Welcome back, everyone. My name is Ember, and today we are continuing our One Piece journey with Volume 33. This one covers, let's see, we got chapters 306 to 316. So this is most of the Davy Back fight, which is much more on the comedic side in terms of fights. Can't say I was a huge fan of it. I don't hate it, but definitely feels like this is here to pad time in between the bigger arcs. Then again, I don't know what exactly it's leading into. Maybe there's something in this that has something to do with Water 7 and Enies Lobby, but anyway. So this was mostly a kind of almost a variety show kind of sporting event thing. I do like it does add some interesting lore behind pirates, like in regards to the sport of the Davy Back fight. So and it's a weirdly honorable event. In terms of, like, these are pirates that are doing this. So, it adds a little bit of the... what's the word I'm looking for? It added a little bit of that, like, manly respectness to it that we've seen a lot throughout the series. Of course, Foxy is a piece of shit, so not a very honorable contestant. But I will say I'm very mixed on some of the gags in it. I thought the donut race was pretty fun. Just the different gags Foxy would try to pull to divert Usopp's ship and stuff. That was kind of fun to watch. But and we also got the reveal of another devil fruit power, the slow fruit. So Foxy can slow things down for 30 seconds. I think it's interesting that he based it on light particles. So it's actually down to like a physics level phenomenon. So that was interesting. And that ends up causing Usopp and his mini crew to lose the race at the last second. So, that was an interesting twist. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have a whole lot to say about this particular volume. It's mostly like a gag arc of sorts, it seems like. Then we had the, what was the name of that game? Some kind of ball game. I forgot what the particular name of that game is, but, so Zoro and Sanji end up playing it with a one member disadvantage against 3 of Foxy's crew. I'll be honest, I straight up did not like that part. It was like it reminded me a bit of some parts from the Dark Tournament in Yu Yu Hakusho, in how the ref is very obviously against our protagonists, but here it's for comedic effect, and the gag got old after a little while. Although there was one point that I thought was really funny, where it's like, you're not allowed to have weapons and the ref's looking away, and then one of the guys is literally chasing Zoro or Sanji around with a giant axe. So that was kind of funny. The paneling of that worked pretty well. But I think the reason I wasn't a particular fan, like, we've already seen these guys beat the shit out of really powerful opponents, and we already know that these guys aren't particularly powerful. Like, they're just not. Like, if this was just a straight combat event, like if this was just a straight fight, the Straw Hats would be kicking the shit out of them. And I get that that's the point. Like, maybe that's what it's setting us up for. Like, again, to draw Yu Yu Hakusho parallels to the early parts of the third arc, Chapter Black, where it's setting them up to be in a position to where they can't fight fair, where they can't just fight straight on. Maybe that's the point of it, but can't say it's particularly enjoyable in its actual writing. But I do, if that is the point, then I do understand the point of it. So, but of course, Zoro and Sanji eventually win. I do think it was It was kind of interesting that they took Chopper first in the Davy Back fight. Like, with that first win, Foxy took Chopper as his new crewmate, and then obviously Zoro and Sanji took him back. I think it was mostly just to set up the one-man disadvantage in the second round, but whatever. And then we have the third battle, which is just straight combat of Luffy versus Foxy in almost kind of... It's got the aesthetic of a boxing match, but it's basically just fighting. I think it's supposed to be an Ashita no Joe reference. I don't know where the fucking afro comes from. But, like, Usopp kind of looks like the trainer from Ashita no Joe. If you know what the reference is, feel free to let me know in the comments, because I'm fucking stumped. But this one is definitely... I think just the straight combat was a little bit funner. Although Luffy is a real fucking idiot at points. But I think for the most part that was better comedy. I like the running gag of Foxy becoming utterly depressed at being made fun of, and how that actually translates into Luffy getting an advantage in the fight. Like, in the smoke screen, he can see him laying down because of how depressed he is. That's definitely one of the better gags to come out of this arc. But, yeah, really not a whole lot to say about this other than, big comedic arc. It's got some clever uses of his slow beam. And some clever, just some clever scenario ideas. Again, it's sort of like almost like a sporting event of sorts. So that was an interesting idea. It just feels like it's drawn out just a little bit. Not drawn out, but I will say it's a bit long. But in any case, that's about all I have to say for now. I know Water 7 starts right after this, so it'll be interesting to see what that arc's all about, and how this arc wraps up. Because I'll be interested to see if it pulls something out that gives it like a stronger note to end on. But in any case, that's it for now. Be sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment and all that jazz. And my name is Ember, and I'll see you next time.